This is a tarot card reading for the zodiac sign Aquarius for the month November 2021. I wasn't there for a while because I had many other things to do after the lockdown. And I'm back, and I look forward to doing this reading for you. So I will start with the past, and then I will talk about the present, and then I will talk about the future. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. It can't resonate with everybody. So I will start with the reading. So I start with the past. So this is the Star card. So this is the Aquarius card. I think that in the past, there were many possibilities that brought you closer to yourself. I think you were thinking about what is the purpose of your life, what you want to do with your life, and how you want to balance things out. I can see this throughout the reading. Now you can see there are many options here. This water flows to several directions, but I think that you had a clear picture of what you wanted, but I think that there was some insecurity in the way of getting to yourself, to working out your dreams. It lays next to the Lovers, so it is something that maybe you couldn't balance things out in the past. You couldn't bring it together, what you wanted to do, or maybe you couldn't find out what you really wanted to do in your life. And I think that for some of you it has to do with a relationship in which maybe with somebody with a big ego, or somebody who was having like was maybe a bit arrogant, or things happened but it didn't work out in that relationship, but you didn't want to admit that to yourself. I think in the past you have the Ten of Swords reversed. It lays also next to the Tower reversed. So there was something that maybe you didn't want to admit, or didn't want to make a change, and you knew that something needed to be changed. Now it can also be that there were some delays in getting to the things that you wanted to do, but I think that was partly because you maybe didn't want to make that actual change, or you couldn't get to the point of making really that change for yourself. Now this is of course an influence on your life now, where you are in November, and what's happening to you now. I think that maybe you were made redundant, or maybe even some people around you have been really ill. Maybe you have been ill yourself, but the Tower reversed is also saying that things needed to become, you needed a change. Something needed to change, but you didn't make that change, and so it is happening anyway. If you were not solving that problem in the past, then it's carrying on in the future or in the present. And I can see that the overall energy for presence is the Tower, but we come to that later. The overall presence for the past is the Ace of Cups. So there is something there offered to you in the past. I think that the theme is that there is something in the background that you really love doing. It's also maybe getting to the person, or that you realize it's a kind of awakening about somebody who you love, or something that you really love doing, something that you maybe love doing for a whole long time. I can see that in the Page of Pentacles, but that you didn't do for a very long time, or you maybe didn't believe in yourself enough. Maybe you couldn't get to the point of making that turn around and say, now this is the time, I'm going to do it. Maybe you were working on it, and then we had the lockdown. Maybe you couldn't work out your dreams. Maybe you got insecure. Maybe you didn't believe that it was the right timing to do the thing that you wanted to do. But I can see that not long ago, you do have your pentacles together. This is the Nine of Pentacles. It's an independent person. It's somebody who really can do well with the money that they have, the resources that they have, the things that they want to do. and that they have a clear picture. So you come to yourself, or you not long ago, knowing that actually what you want to do, that maybe you can make your money with it. And also I think it started to you realize that when not now, maybe for some of you it was like in the lockdown or something, in a time where you really found out what you really wanted to do in life, and that you wanted to pick something up, something that is precious to you, because that's the Page of Pentacles. They are holding something, a coin in their hand, something that they wanted to realize for a long time and they maybe never did. This is something that you wanted, and I think it is coming on your path. It's the realization. I think it is somebody also in your surroundings. It can be, well, a mother figure, but it can also be some caring woman, very likely, who gave you advice and made you also feel more secure about that you can do this, gave you the trust in yourself, and to be independent. For I think for many of you, you started to do something independently, like starting a business for yourself. And I can see in the future, it does need some changes, but in the future you're going to be successful with that. So at present, the overall energy is the Tower, as I said. Now the Tower is often something you don't like, because it is a big change. Something happens that I do think that you did see it coming. Sometimes you don't see this coming, but I think that you did know already in the background that something needed to happen, a big change needed to be made. And I think it is going to happen quite quickly, that your life is in the month of November. I think it is going to change. You see that you have to change old habits. Now you have the Emperor, so this can be an authority figure. It can be having to do with the law, or something that maybe it has even to do with legislation, or with some things that you can't, that has been decided for you, and it is something that maybe you didn't want, or maybe it is something that you are not sure if you wanted it. But I think that you are, because of the Tower being the energy, overall energy, I think that you have to make a change quicker than you want to make that change. You have the Two of Pentacles, so it is like balancing things out, weighing your options. And maybe, as I said, you didn't want to make that change. It lays next to the Death card reversed. So, and also to an ending, to the Ten of Swords. So I think that you are looking at what your options are with the information that is given, that there is a change that you need to make. You need to make a decision, I believe, that is related to the information that you have been given, maybe by authorities. But it can also be that this is something that you had this thing that you wanted to do in the past, and you are making a decision about the business, because it lays next to the Emperor. So it can be that the Emperor is somebody who is helping you, because you also have the Queen of Cups at present, but because the overall energy is the Tower, I'm a bit careful about what I'm saying, because I can see that there is this change coming, and it's maybe involuntary, but in the end it's for your best that this change is happening. And so maybe you get the advice from somebody who is going to advise you to make a change, and maybe you're weighing up your options, if that is the right balance for you, if that is something that you want. For some of you, it was like a decision that you needed to make in love. You have the Lovers here, but there are three people. in this card. It can be that there is somebody else or two people that you really like. It can also be that somebody else is making that decision, is thinking about a third person. What I can see from this is that there is no security yet in this relationship, if it is about a relationship. I think that it is like you really want to create that balance, if it is about a relationship or if it is about other things in your life, because you feel that I think that you felt restless in the past with the Tower reversed, with the Ten of Swords reversed. If this is about love, you do love this person. I think you do love this person, but there somehow there is no balance in this relationship. So it can also be that there is like an imbalance in how much you how much time you want to spend, maybe in your business and maybe with this person. Or for some of you, it is really about that there is a contrast, or there is like opposites of that things are working out, you put a lot of effort in it, and then they don't work out as much energy as you put into it. For some of you, there is somebody who is asking too much attention, and that is the Emperor in this case as well. So that they are asking, the person you are with is maybe asking for so much attention, maybe a lot of help from you, maybe also financially. And it is something that I think in this case, I think maybe you are giving too much of yourself. Maybe you are giving too much, and then the balance is not, things are not in balance in that relationship. I'm also saying it because it lays next to the Nine of Wands reversed. So it also says some changes need to be made. Some changes need to be made in the energy that you put into this. Now, I think for some of you that is the end of a relationship, or something needs to change and be made in balance again. You have the Queen of Cups. So I think, this is a caring person. It can be somebody who has given you this advice. It's a person who believes in you. But I think it comes together with the Two of Wands. So it comes together again with making a decision. And also, I believe for this person there is somebody who is too good in this case for others, too caring for others, which stands in the way of moving on with this business or something that you wanted to do. So it is all about making a decision. For some of you, it is about making a decision of moving away. It's for working for yourself or working employed, but having to accept some things. It's still weighing up your options. But I can see that for the person who is too nice, you can't stay too nice. You can't stay like this anymore. Because if you want to work out this thing that you want to work out for yourself, this coin that you have in your hands, then you really have to choose for yourself to make this happen. This lays next to the Wheel of Fortune. There's a turning point also to becoming more spiritual, more awakened, more having the knowledge that you need to choose for yourself. So that is the advice. I'm not saying to become nasty or anything, but look at your options in this relationship and how much you're giving, and also maybe in a business, see how you can make things easier by making a change for yourself, because I can see throughout this reading that some things need to be changed. So going to your future, we have the reverse Death card. So there is something that really the same as with the Tower, they often come together. It is like you need to cut things out old habits, maybe of being too nice, maybe of accepting a third person with the person you are with, maybe making a decision that this relationship wasn't working, maybe they backstabbed you in the past, this maybe wasn't working, so make a change to make things happen for yourself, because it lays next to the 10 of Swords. So there it is, like this needed to end, to have a new beginning. But you don't have this new beginning if you don't solve your problems from the past. If there is this third person, do you really want to accept it? If there is no balance, if you are paying too much, if you are putting too much energy either in a business, either in a person, is this going to be good for you? You have to look at what is good for you. If it is not good for you, the overall energy of the future is the Ace of Swords, which means, yeah, there will be a new beginning, but you have to use this sword for a new beginning. It needs to be cut out, these things that are not good for you, that don't serve you anymore. The 9 of Wands reversed is saying this. You can work as much as you like, you can put all the effort in, but sometimes things are not working because you're not facing the reality. You know for yourself. You know for yourself what you want. You know what you can reach. Maybe you had some insecurities in the past, and so you're worried that that is going to happen again. But the thing is that if you hang to the past too much and you want to keep the past going, then you won't have the new experience. So you need to let go of the old things before you can get a new experience. And I can see next to the Ace of Pentacles that all the doors are opening for you. Things will get into balance if you let go of something that of your ideas about the past, because I don't think that it is a reality. I don't think it has really, it's something that's happening now. I think something happened in the past that made you insecure. Maybe you lost your job, maybe somebody had a third person, something looked different than you thought it was. You have everything to be a success with this thing that you really liked doing. So don't get told by authorities or by anybody that you are wrong. And and it is how you feel about things and how you think you want to move on with your life. So for some of you, yeah, you are doing too much, maybe to please people around you, and that is maybe even stopping you from getting this balance, from the doors opening for you. Maybe you should just be more, let things go in their own pace. So because you have the High Priestess, so you have this inner knowledge of how this change is going to happen for you. So you have the Ace of Pentacles. So that is something that's happening behind the scenes, so to say. You know, this coin, you knew all the time that it was worth a lot for you. Maybe you couldn't work it out, but now it's coming to you and the doors are opening. So in the future, near future, already at the end of November, I would say, you have many opportunities coming to you. If you cut out some things, some old habits or some old thoughts, or maybe some destructive thoughts or negativity out of your life, because then it is coming to you, the doors are opening, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's a turning point for you. So that means it's going to be something that makes your life a lot better, because it's the fortune and it goes towards the High Priestess. So which means, yeah, it is like partly also a spiritual awakening. It's something that you can do yourself. You can make a change, but it is not only something that you do by working hard, but it is also by going into yourself and have this inner knowledge that things will go the way they need to go for you. Okay, well, Aquarius, this is what I have for you for the month November. I hope that this makes sense to you. Thank you very much for watching my video, and see you next time.